Let's continue with the same chapter, that is the little mechanic. And today we will start with the 10th para. After gaining a thorough knowledge of its construction, Isaac built a model of the windmill. It wasn't very large, yet every part of the mill and its machinery was complete. Its little sails were neatly made of linen, and whirls. Whirls means to, like whirlpool, you have seen a round moving in a circle. So it whirled around very swiftly when there was a wind. Even a puff of wind from Isaac's mouth was enough to set the sails in motion. And what was most fascinating, if a handful of wheat was put into the little hopper, it would soon be converted into snow white flour. Now, so students, after going through the construction of mill, after spending hours that how the mill worked, Isaac built a model of the windmill. Through seeing the real mill, how the real mill or windmill worked, by seeing that he made his own model. Though the machine was not big, but its every part was complete. Though the machine was not big enough, but its every part was complete. The blade of the mill was made up of linen, which moved very fast and smooth. When there was wind means even a slight wind, or you can say even a blow of air from the mouth. If we used to blow the air from the mouth, no, even that much air, if you are blowing from the mouth, it is enough to make the blade to whirl, means to rotate. Okay. And the most wondrous thing was, if a handful, means a handful of wheat, how much you can hold the wheat in your palm, when you in your fist, that the fistful of wheat, when you put into the hopper, it would turn into white flour. Okay, white flour. Wheat, when you will grind, it will turn into white flour. It's not flour, students, it's flour. Okay. Now, next para. Isaac's playmate were enchanted with his new windmill. They thought that nothing so pretty and wonderful had ever been seen in the whole world. Now, Isaac's friends were filled with great delight, and they were fascinated, they were filled with wonder by seeing the new mill made by Isaac. They had never seen so beautiful and wonderful thing in the world, in the whole world, because such thing had never been made. So they were very excited, and they were filled with wonders. Now, 12th para. As Isaac grew older, it was found that he had far more important matters on his hand, on his mind than the manufacturer of toys like the little windmill. All day long, if left to himself, he was either absorbed in in thought or engaged in some book of mathematics or natural philosophy. Okay, students, here natural philosophy is an old name for science. Okay, it is an old name for science, not about natural things. Here natural philosophy means an old name for science. At night he looked up with great curiosity at the stars and wonder whether they were worlds like our own, how great their distance was from the earth, and what power kept them in their courses. Now, students, as Isaac grew older, his attention moved towards more important and greater things rather than manufacturing of toys like a little windmill or other things. He engaged himself in thought, or means he used to, most of the time he used to engage himself in some or the other thought, or in reading books of mathematics or natural philosophy, an old name for science. At night, when he looked at the stars, he used to be filled with wonder that they too have their world like us. When he see at night the stars, he too feels like, he too think that they too have a world like us. Also, how much, you can say, how much they are on distance from the earth. Yeah, how much distance they are from the earth, and what kind of what things are holding them in their root, what things, what sort of thing, yeah, what has bind them or hold them in the root or in the path, or you can say what is holding them above. Okay, what is holding them above? Now, next, para 13th para. Isaac's curiosity led to many discoveries. He was the first to find out the nature of light. Until then, nobody had been able to tell what sunshine was composed of. Then there was a famous incident of an apple falling from a tree on his head, which prompted him to discover the force of gravitation. Once he got hold of this idea, he did not rest until he had searched out all the laws by which the planets are guided through the sky. This he did as thoroughly as if he had gone up among the stars and tracked them in their orbits. As a boy, Isaac had discovered the mechanism of a windmill. As a man, he explained to his fellow human being the complex mechanism of the universe. Now, students, Isaac Isaac curiosity led him to discover many things. He was the first to find out the nature of light. Even nobody could tell what sunshine or sun was made up of. So he was the first to find out the nature of light. Even nobody at his time could tell what sunshine, or you can say what sun was made up of. Even the famous incident of an apple falling from tree on his head, this made him to discover gravitation. So the famous falling of apple from the tree on his head, this falling of an apple made him to discover the gravitation. After that, he got an idea to search out all, means he got an idea to search out all the laws, means to search out all the laws by which the planets means planets were controlled. Means after the gravitation he got an idea, so then he tried to search out all the laws by which the planets were controlled through the sky. And he did so passionately, means he did, means he studied, studied all, yeah, or you can say he searched those laws so passionately that it was felt like that he had gone up among the stars and traced and read them and studied them or traced them in their orbits. When Isaac was a boy, he had discovered the mechanism of windmill, right? And as a man, he explained to his friend, to his fellow human being, or you can say to his friend, to his friend fellow human being, means those were, you can say, his friends, the complex mechanism or complex system of universe. So as a child he discovered, or you can say as a boy he discovered mechanism, and as a man he explained his friends the complex system of the universe. Now, students, next para, that is 14th. Isaac Newton lived to be very old man and acquired great fame. He was made a member of parliament and received the honor, or you can say received the honor of knighthood. But he cared little for these and felt no pride in the vastness of his knowledge. All that he had learned only made him feel how little he knew in comparison to what remained to be known. Now, in this para, Isaac lived till he was very old. He got great fame. Even he was a member of parliament and he was honored with knighthood. This is, you can say, an honor of knighthood. Okay, like here we get Padma Shri kind of award, that is it's a title. Okay, Padma Shri title or this, so he also got the honor of knighthood title. He did not care for, means he did not care much for all these things, means acquiring great fame, becoming the member of parliament and receiving the honor of knighthood. He does not care about all these things. He did not care for all these things, and he took no pride. He took no pride in the greatness of his knowledge. Even he was not much proud of his knowledge. all what he had learned, or all what he had learned made him think. Means he did not take much pride. Yeah, he was not very proud of all the knowledge what he had gained, or what name fame he had got. No, still he craved for knowledge. Means still he want more and more. He still was in a search of more and more knowledge. He was craving for knowledge. Even he feel that he knew very little. Even at that time he feel sorry, even at that time he feel that he is having a very little knowledge. He knew very little in comparison, in comparison to what is left to be known. Means at that age he feels that he knew very little, he don't have much knowledge in a comparison to what is left to be known. Means he was waiting to know more, and what is left means he was waiting that what is left to be known he could acquire that knowledge also. He was not very means he was not he did not contented. Means he was not satisfied that I at that age I am very satisfied that I am that I got so much knowledge, or I am full of knowledge. No, he want that at that age also still he could get more and more knowledge. So students, Isaac never boast never boast of his knowledge. What he had. Okay, and it was he was very humble, that what I know is very less, and there are many things which he want to discover. Like many of them, they are boasting of their knowledge. They are unnecessarily feeling proud on themselves, but he was not doing such thing. He was very humble, even very eager, even crave, and even he crave, even he was very eager to know more and more things, to discover more and more things. Okay, now 15th para. I i seem to myself like a child, he would often say, playing on the seashore and picking up here and there a curious shells or a pretty pebbles, while the boundless oceans of the truth lies undiscovered before me. So students, Isaac considered himself to be a child. He considered himself to be a child. He says that, like as a child play on a seashore, picking off pebbles, even the shells, beautiful pebbles, beautiful shells. Okay, so he also considered himself like that child who stand on the shores and try to discover many more things. Like as child used to stand on the seashore and try to discover, try to search many other things, many other, and they are very curious what how the waves comes, from where these beautiful pebbles and shells are coming. Like that he is considering himself like a child who is standing on the shores of knowledge, shore of knowledge. And there are he or you can say he is standing besides on the shore, or he is standing besides the ocean of knowledge, shore of knowledge, or you can say ocean of knowledge, of truth which was left to be known. So he compared himself to be a child who was standing who was standing besides the ocean of truth which was left to be known. Okay, ocean of truth which were yet to be discovered. They means there are many more things to be to be known about. There are many more things he wanted to discover, he wanted to study. That is, he's talking about. There are many things which were left to be known, to be discovered. Means till now, many things are undiscovered before him. Still, he wants, like a small child, like a keen child, he too wants to be like a small child. He's who is passionately searching many things, who is passionate about searching many things. Okay, and who is patiently waiting on the shore to discover many things, okay, which are not yet discovered, which are not yet discovered, or you can say which lies undiscovered before him, or which are not yet discovered, or you can say which lies undiscovered before him. So like a child, he too wants to search many things, many thing, or he want to discover many things. He want to try to figure out how this earth, sun, and many more, etc., is made up of. So there are many things which are still undiscovered before him, and he was so eager to discover them. Okay, so students, this is an extract, means this is not a whole story. Okay, this is an extract, you can say a small para, taken from true stories of history and biography, okay, of Isaac Newton, written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Okay,